disconnect from lovemaking. And Tantra is not about losing the energy and disconnection, it's about the connecting. So yes, it's also counts the same for the woman as for the man. The woman doesn't lose so much energy like men through the clitoris, but still she loses. So again, every time, first time, I will try to explain you very simple, try to make straight to the point, but it's a bit like complex method and so. And later maybe like also Lucas will explain in different way. Yes, we will explain at the other courses again and again, maybe more in detail. Please ask me questions afterwards. I know where is the essence, so I will share all this essence first, and if I can flow without any interruption, then I give you the best essence. Probably I will answer your questions during my flow. If you do not understand something you cannot follow any further because you do not understand what it's about, then ask the question to find back the understanding, yes? But if the question can wait, is a bit less irrelevant for the moment, please let it wait. I will give you a lot of information, so yes, maybe you will feel it's enough, or yes, I answered this question on the way. So, yes, so I explain the differences between typical sex and one of the ways of tantric lovemaking is called wave orgasm. With using the use it don't lose it method. Similar method in sexual Tao is called microcosmic orbit. So, in typical sex, the men are so keen to start with the penetration, then most of the average men, they don't need to do the foreplay. But they do because they read in some sexual books that the woman needs some foreplay, so they do. But usually, in average, less than 10 minutes, and for the woman, especially for her yoni, that's how we call the vagina in Tantra. For her yoni, it's not enough, and it has consequences. I will explain a little bit later. So, when the penetration starts, within the average 7 minutes, the man reach so-called point of no return, when afterwards he will experience the ejaculatory orgasm, and after ejaculation, what happens next? Yes? So usually he's saying, darling, I love you so much, but now I have to go to sleep. And before the woman responds something, he's already. So that's very typical scenario, almost maybe. So yes, the use it, don't lose it, I call it golden advice. Those are the things what I feel if you implement in your life, they are not so difficult. You will not change only your life big time on your individual level, but also your relationship or future relationship life will change big time, and also it will improve the life on all of humanity. The world will become a better place if more people will get educated about it. So the use it, don't lose it. This golden advice includes a few small golden advice what I will share. And first of them is that let the woman decide when the foreplay should turn into the penetration. When the woman, especially her yoni, is ready for it, she have a healing experience. Most of the cause, reason why the woman have blocked sexuality, why the woman comes for healing tantra, the yoni massage, etc., etc., the main cause is unaware, because nobody taught us that we can do different. Forced penetration when the woman, especially her yoni, was not ready for it. When her yoni was not wet enough, was not open, was tight, closed, dry, and with this forced penetration, when she was not ready, usually she experienced pain, too much friction, and it happens very often. It repeats this happening, and yes, the yoni, the woman start to develop the armor, protection from feeling the pain, and this is experienced by mainly the over-exaggerated pain that the woman feel, especially in the points when the hurt happen, or numbness. She doesn't feel the pain, she doesn't feel nothing, so it means also she doesn't feel pleasure. In both cases, the woman withdraw from the sexuality. When we give her enough foreplay, it's a healing experience for her. The yoni feel that she was given enough time, yes, it's rebuilding the trust happening. The yoni feel honored, and instead of being traumatized, she's healed. She's feeling that she slowly opens back to the sexuality. She starts to feel like, oh, actually sexuality, penetration, the men's doesn't have to be pushy, it doesn't have to be painful, it can be actually beautiful, it can be ecstatic, it can be feeling very nice. So every time when you do enough foreplay, you give the woman healing in the place of the traumatized. So men, I always ask you, brothers, always be a healer, always give the woman enough foreplay. The woman, sisters, please, I ask you, always demand from the man enough foreplay. It will heal you, and it would become a beautiful experience. Even if you will continue with typical sex, it would be from that aspect a little bit tantric, because yes, it's a healing experience, and yeah, from the other side, you may have, because you start with the same wave, you both excited, so you can have very often people dream about to have simultaneous orgasm, so orgasm together. That you have bigger chance to have that. Still, you lose the energy, so tantra is not about that, but okay, yeah, you will have some experience. So yes, in tantra we don't go for the point of no return. So before the point of no return, we use this method: use it, don't lose it. And this method contains three parts: the tightening the PC muscle, the breath, and visualization. Those parts are interconnected in the same time. So first, the PC muscle. As I said, is the muscle what you use to stop peeing. So your homework, next time you go to pee, force yourself a few times to stop peeing, recognize which muscles are you using, and then you start to train. I'm training right now while I'm talking to you. You don't see that I'm training it. Doesn't take my attention, so I can speak to you. I can read a book, I can watch a movie, I can drive a scooter. Doesn't cost any of my time. I can do it in any circumstances, in the public, nobody sees. So, you don't understand something?
I have a question.
Could you wait, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Then I will stay with the flow. So, thank you for understanding. So, yes. There is no any training of any muscle can give you so much benefits than training of the PC muscle. It's used in Tai Chi, in Qigong, in yoga for the same reason, to shut the energy up, so it helps you on the energetical levels. It helps you on your self-esteem level. It helps you on your health level, especially around this region. It helps you on your relationship level, on your connection level, loving yourself, loving your partner. It helps you on your mental health level. So it's another golden advice to train it. So how you train it? The easiest and very efficient way to train it, it's just by squeezing and relaxing. It's very important that you put as much attention to relaxing than to squeezing. Relaxing it is also very important, especially for the woman. To have it too much tight, it's not also good. So you focus also a lot on relaxing it. So you train it in very simple way, like by squeezing 20 times in a time, and you do it 3 times a day. And then every day you add 10 more, till you reach to the 100. And then when you reach 100, you continue the training for 1 month. And yes, after 1 month, I guarantee you would be, I can bet with you for any price, that even if you lose the bet for any price, you still would be very thankful for this advice. That's how sure I am. Do not believe me, check it yourself. So yes, with the training of the PC muscle, like with every muscle, you have to be careful to not overdo. So if you feel any tension, you just stop adding for maybe 1-2 days. The pain of the PC muscle overdo, it's much more painful than normal muscles when you climb some top on the Kopangan. So yes, so with the PC muscle you shut the energy up. With the breath you suck the energy up. And another thing with the breath is like gas pedal in your car. So if you are an advanced driver, you can go on the curves and you can press still the gas. But especially at the beginning, that's why very often Tantra is connected to the slow breath, slow music, slow movement. In the same way, how you can slow down your pain, your fear, your sadness, your anger. In the same way, you can slow down your excitement with your breath and with your movement. Did you notice when we are close to the point of no return, usually we are breathing very fast, and we move also very fast and shallow, like yes? So by reversing it, slowing down your movement and your breath, you can reverse this process of coming very close to the explosion. You have more control over what is happening. You get more oxygen more deeply, and the oxygen goes much deeper in your body. It's oxygen is life energy, life force, and energy is felt like as an ecstasy. So all this ecstasy, instead of being accumulated here, with the deep breath, you spreading it more through the body. So you also open up yourself for the tendency, for the feeling of this so-called full body orgasm. Yes. So with the breath, very simple advice for you to train your breath, to also train your presence. It's observe your breath as often as you remember about it. In that way, you may bring yourself to higher dimensions of the consciousness. You will train yourself into being here and in the moment. And this is very important in Tantra. So that's about the breath. And then you have third method, the visualization. Why we imagine things? Because the energy follows attention. So that's why we visualize the energy flowing through our body. So you can visualize how you like it, either as a green light ball, as a smoke of light, as some rainbow, colorful rainbow, as a colorful liquid, any color you wish, anything you feel. So Now all together. So with the breathing, tightening your PC muscle, you imagine that the energy goes from your genitals up to the back of your spine, up to the heart chakra, and then with the breath out, relaxing your PC muscle, back to the genitals. So breathe in, tightening your PC muscle, up to the heart chakra, breathe out, relaxing your PC muscle, back to the genitals. You make maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 of those circles till you feel that you are far away from the point of no return. And in that way, this too much energy, what was ready to explode and get lost through the ejaculation or the clitoral orgasm, you brought to the heart, so you are more loving, more connected with yourself, with your partner, and for most important, you are far away from the point of no return, so you can continue with lovemaking. And then again, you continue with penetration till you feel that you are close to the point of no return. Better too early than too late, because if it's too late, it's game over. So in that way, you can continue. The time is passing by. You can see that after second time or third time, for sure, your ecstasy level, your orgasmic feeling is much higher than in typical sex. The time is passing by. The woman is always very happy about the time passing by. The man also, of course, is very happy. So yes, that's the physicality of it. So now the questions about this physical aspect. Do you have any?
People do this together, so like the men and women breathe together.
It
They
can
stop
be.
the process because one cannot continue while the other one is breathing, right?
It doesn't have to be, because you know, like the man can be close to the point of no return while the woman is still building up, for example. Mm-hmm. And for the woman, it would be beneficial to not to go down, but keep building up to be higher on ecstasy. Sometimes, yes. So in that case, I would say like the woman doesn't have to breathe and do the using conclusive method. You have to do it when you feel yourself you're close to the point of no return. And usually we use the same signs. Yes, you slow down. Yes, you raise the palm, or you do the piano sign, slow down when you are come close to the point of no return. If you are very close to the knee, you raise the palm like, hey, stop immediately. And for that moment, especially at the beginning, maybe sometimes you have to withdraw, or especially if the woman is ovulating, you have to withdraw from the penetration, because especially if she is ovulating, you know, the nature wants to suck your semen, you know, like, so you can freeze, you can move nothing, but the nature will suck you out, you know, like, so for that reason, maybe sometimes withdrawing from the penetration, it's a good idea. Sometimes if you feel like for example, you know, you can really easily build up your sexual energy and let it down, you have full control over it, and so like, you can support your partner, and you can support your partner with the breath. If he raises the palm or she raises the palm, or you feel that she's coming close to the point of no return, then you can ask her, okay, breathe with me, you know, like, and you can breathe together, you know. When I do the massage and someone is raising the palm, I breathe with them, you know, and I guide them usually, hey, breathe with me, tight your PC muscle. So yes, you can do that, but sometimes, as I say, you have to also feel about yourself to know what is beneficial for you, or man has to think about it, you know, like, okay, if I do the breathing now, maybe I lose the erection, and you know, like, for some men, especially if they are still connected with this conditioning, it can be an issue, and so, like, so, yes.
But how does it work? So, for example, the man is on top of me and he stops. and I continue with my movement or whatever I'm doing.
No,
while
if he stops,
Okay,
you
then
stop.
I
You
also
stop.
stop. Okay,
Yes.
that
if
was
he-
my question.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If he stops, you stop. Like
Okay.
you support him
Okay.
on his. Because if you will continue, you will push him out of the
Yeah.
edge, game over, and yes, no tantra anymore. Yes. So okay. Yes, I will go further. Um, yes, other.
So this is the way you breathe here. Like here, I breathe. Yeah, and I contract my PC muscle. Yeah, but it's like this, and I hold. Like I contract it and I hold, or and I release, or is it like this?
So, okay. So for the training the PC muscle itself, yes. Guys, are you with me?
Yes.
So when you train muscle itself, yes, you just do it with the squeezes and relaxing, yes. But for the using the losing method, you do it with the breath as you normally breathe, like. You may slow down your breath, that also helps, yes. So you tighten your PC muscle when you breathe in, and then with the breath out, you relax the PC muscle. So you do like, like the training this 2 squeezes per second, it's important at the beginning. Like then you train for 1 month that your muscle is strong. Then when you do this, when you do love making, then it's strong enough that actually it's shooting the energy up strongly enough. You know, like when it's not strong enough, then it's like shooting a little bit. You know, like so. That's why you train this muscle just with the squeezes first for 1 month, and when for 1 month you maintain the training, your muscle would be very strong. So when your muscle is very strong, you don't need to train it every day anymore, but you just have to maintain your muscle. So if you do 3 hours love making, probably you will maintain it naturally. Yes. So yes. Okay. Yeah, the women have advantage of training the PC muscle with the yoni eggs. Maybe you heard about.
I have it inside now.
Yes. So yes. So you can train your PC muscle with the yoni eggs, but you have to move it around. Yes, because there are some women who just carry it. It's not bad to carry it, but also to move it around and also like remember to relaxing. It's also important. Yeah.
We are going into this also a bit deeper with Dangwale, the
Yes.
woman's tantra.
Yes. So, okay. So I will explain you now about how this method it influenced my spirituality, my relationship, my life, as no any method I can compare it to. So, and then if you have still some questions afterwards, then we can go on. So it gives the freedom from desires, and that's what very often religions or teachings, spiritual teachings are preaching for, the freedom from desires, yes. And yes, in typical sex, we cut off from the best moments of the experience without us having any control. So usually everyone, especially the men, would like to have it a little bit higher, this experience, a few seconds longer. So that's why I call it chasing the rabbit. Like that's why they look very often for more hardcore experience, more multiply partners, more kinky stuff, more whatever, challenging, something else. But however more exciting it is, it will hook them and addict them and attach them to the running on desires even more. So basically on the physical level, the person who is experiencing the peak orgasm is getting the same hormones shooted into his brain, her brain, what the addicted person from heroin getting while he is getting his shoot of the drug. And if you ask them what is making them most addicted to the drug, it's this moment. So now you can understand why you are so attached to this mate. You know, why is it so heavy to like stop to think about like, hey, there are better ways, yes? So it's very like, yes, addictive. So in tantric lovemaking, you are the one who decide, or your partner decide, in like either from one reason, like the birds are singing in the morning and you realize that yes, the day is waking up, and you feel like, hey darling, maybe we still catch some sleep, because you still need to sleep, yes, when you are tantric already, yes? Or either one of you is so overwhelmed with so much ecstasy, then is saying, hey darling, I'm feeling satisfied, I'm feeling enough. And yes, you don't push for it more, because you are also satisfied, it's enough. It's how much chocolate, even the best deli devi shamanic organic, how much chocolate you can eat. You know, like even it's the best vegan, fair trade, whatever. In some moment, when you're satisfied, you feel like, okay, I'm fulfilled. You will put all the half kilo on the shell, and you will forget maybe for 1 week, because you are satisfied. So this freedom from desires, what love making, tantric love making is giving to you. When you are satisfied, you start to not to run on the lack mentality, that you always want something more, or you want like again and again and again. You are so satisfied that you're making it out of choice. You like people who go to yoga. They don't go to yoga because they're obsessed, like some people are obsessed with sex. They go to yoga because they know they will be more healthy, they would be more focused, they will feel much better after the session. In the end, they will gain the time, not to lose the time. They will be more efficient in their work, whatever. So also that's what lovemaking should be. It's one of the best choice to make. You know, like yes, it's very good in tantric way when you don't lose the energy. You nourish your chakras. It's one of the best way to connect with your partner. It's one of the best therapy between the people in the relationship. Yes. On many other aspects I will explain you. It's very good choice, yes, but it's not anymore like running on desire. I was addicted from sex, and I know how to do things against my own ethics and keep doing it and still feeling guilty, but still not being able to stop it, and doing even worse things, and so like cheating my wife and don't feeling good about that, and still keep doing because I could not stop it. So all of this, like yes, because I was running on desire, I was addicted from sex. Now I choose to make love, of course, because it's one of the best things what I feel for me, for my spiritual development, for my good feeling, for everything what I do, for nourishing my passion, that I have energy to energize myself. I choose for it, but I don't have to. I'm not obsessed with it. So it's my choice, yeah? So this is huge difference. Can it wait? Please. So, then, so freedom from desire, one spiritual aspect. Another spiritual aspect is that you, with many of the points what we're gonna teach you, like orgasmic points in the woman's body, like G-spot, M point, the A point, E point, in the men's body, Pyreneum, $1 million point, G spot also. All of those, they have to be very often activated. You can feel it very often only when you are on high ecstasy for at least 20 or 30 minutes. And yes, typical sex, 7 minutes average penetration doesn't give you very often a chance to feel it. So that's why there is huge confusion about the woman saying, oh, I don't have G-spot, I never felt that. Oh, I don't have it. Some people are saying that it doesn't exist. Yes, of course, it doesn't exist in typical sex, because how it can be. Yeah, it can be, but it's very rare. So, this that you can make love for hours basically, it may start to activate those points, yes? And when you feel the other types of orgasm, G-spot orgasm, cervical orgasm, ape orgasm, perineum orgasm, the $1 million point orgasm, all of those, you don't lose the energy as in the peak orgasm, as in the ejaculatory orgasm and clitoral orgasm. You, what we call also explosive orgasm, because you explode with this energy and you lose, yes? So you gain the energy every time you go higher and higher. So for the other orgasm, you don't need to use it, don't lose it method, because it doesn't matter if you go over another way. It goes like naturally with another way. And with all these other organs, you gain energy, very often they are connected. This G-spot is connected with the heart chakra, for example. The endpoint, cervical organ, is connected with the crown chakra, but also with the heart chakra. So they nourish these chakras. Afterwards you feel like very loving, very like you connected with the universe. You have like insights, channeling, like beautiful insights, maybe for your relationship, maybe for your passion, what you do in your work, whatever. Yes, so you have new ideas, you have beautiful energy, how to, I don't know, give the workshop, yes, give your class, whatever. So, yes, and like the woman can at least experience 11 types of orgasm. The man can at least experience 8 types of orgasm. Only peak orgasm are the ones what you lose the energy. All the other ones are you gain energy. And one of the beautiful orgasms what also guide us in very strong spiritual direction is so-called cosmic universal orgasm. So during this orgasm, you may start to feel allness of your being. You can feel all the cells in your body, how they like floating in you, how they interacting, how they are, You can feel as a allness with your soul, your body, your heart. You can feel as a allness with your feminine side, masculine side. So you feel like allness in your being, but it goes even further. You can feel this beautiful union in the couple, what they call in Tantra, Maituna. You can feel with your partner that you are together as a one. So you can feel everything what your partner feels. So if I touch her, if I stroke her, it's not only me feeling how I stroke her, but actually me feeling how she feels when I stroke her. And everything what I feel, she can feel. And what she feels, I feel. So if she feels gratitude, love, connection, passion, bliss, ecstasy, I can feel her ecstasy. So this is very empowering for the relationship to be more loving together. Not only in the time of this union, but they feel, yes, we are together. So yes, we don't want to hurt each other. We are one. So this beautiful slogan, what many religions are sharing, like as a belief, many religions are sharing, and this beautiful belief, like that we are all one. Tantra through the cosmic orgasm, it can give you in the real experience. So when you experience something, you know it is. It's not longer belief. When you believe in something, there is always some doubt element in it. But when you experience something, you know this is how it is. So, for example, if I will get an anesthetic when I do my teeth fixed, yes, even I don't feel, I'm not gonna bite my lip because I will know that maybe I don't feel now, but it will hurt after, yes. Somehow, this anesthetic we got with the conditionings through the life, that we can hurt each other and we don't feel each other. We can like do bad for each other. We can make each other sad, maybe steal from each other, whatever, and make someone not really feeling good and happy, and we kind of disconnect from that feeling. So through experiencing that we are all one, we can come back to this, hey, it is like this. So through this cosmic orgasm, you not only feel one with your you may not only feel one with your partner, but you can feel one with everything. This beautiful state, what in many teachings they call it satori, samadhi, nirvana, that there is no separation anymore. With Tantra, you can experience. And yes, as you experience, yes, it would be very silly for me if I would like to hurt you. Yes, if we are all one, it would be a bit not logical. I would rather uplift you. I would rather make you happy. So that's why, you know, like I choose to make, yes, share my wisdom, my love to you, to empower you with the best gift what I receive. And yes, that you can also feel it, receive it, yes, because I would rather make you happy. After the workshops, when you experience beautiful things, when I feel that your face is glowing, you are in ecstasy, you relieve some tension from your being. Not only you speak beautiful words about your experience, but I can feel in your aura, I can feel it in your face, in your body posture, in your smile. Then, you know, like for me, your happiness is my happiness. You know, like, so it's a beautiful feeling. So this guides you in very strong direction, that you don't want to harm, you want to rather uplift, you want to rather to make people happy. So in general, on spiritual circles, but especially in tantric circles, where you are, when tantra is more about connection and love, you start to make the choices what are guided into this feeling of like, oh yes, actually we are one. So it's normal that people start to make healthy choices, not only thinking about themselves, but also maybe they start to not leave the garbage behind. Maybe they start to think more environmental friendly. Maybe they start to feel like, yes, living just in front of the screen, and social media are not very social. More social is to come and talk to your friends face to face. Yes, maybe they realize to create more social activities that they can connect, like some fires, some dancing together, playing music together. Maybe they start to create or feel more tendency to live in the community, whatever community it is. Very often they become more eating vegetarian, very often vegan. So they basically with this use it, don't lose it method, as more you connect it, especially when you experience all this nourishing of all your chakras, yes, you are more connected. All those other spiritual directions develop stronger and stronger. The voice in your like your soul, of your heart, it becomes stronger in you. People like, yes, you start to realize, hey, this job what I'm doing in the office doesn't serve me, doesn't serve the humanity, doesn't serve my relationship. I'm coming tired and I want to go to sleep and things like this. You have this realization and you start to make more better choices, not only for yourself but for the others. So yes, with the cosmic orgasm, I can I can give you the two indication how to grow into it. One is master the use it, don't lose it method. The second is the yes, find the partner with who you are in passionate love together, and I wish you can be blessed by experiencing this orgasm, what will guide you basically to this very strong spiritual directions. You will know, you will not be believer anymore. It's nice to be believe, but if it's knowing, it's even stronger. So yes, then but and other orgasms, yes, you just found the spots, you found the stimulation, you master yourself to stay at least half an hour on the arousal, and then you start to activate those points, and then you, if they are healed, that you can heal all the other types of orgasms. Everyone is a little bit different. I would say it's not really one worse or better, like all chakras are not worse or better. They have special unique function in us, and so the same with the orgasm. Everyone is so beautiful, so unique, so special. Yes, with those you gain the energy. So it's lovely to master the use it, don't lose it, to explore this beautiful journey about this sexuality. Usually typical people with the clitoral and ejaculatory orgasm, most of the average people, 19, maybe 8, maybe 9% of the people, they know just only, I would say, 5% of our sexual life, you know, what can be. I'm in 15 years, and basically I explore all the time new things, and it's like never-ending story, and I'm happy that it is, you know, because it's just growing up and it's beautiful. So yes, that's beautiful. It gives you passion, it gives you a lot of energy. So, but there is another thing also what you can easily get, and actually for me it's much better than any orgasm. Even I love all those orgasms. It's even better for me than the cosmic orgasm. And this experience I can experience every day. And I'm kind of happy to guide most of my life to have the tantric relationship, that I can experience it at least once a day, sometimes even twice, 3 times, sometimes. And this I can guide you, everyone. You can have this repetition and empowering moment every day. Seeing the happiness, gratitude, love, bliss, ecstasy in my beloved eyes, usually during the lovemaking or very often after the lovemaking, and knowing that I influence this, for me there is no better heaven on earth than this experience. No any drugs, no anything can replace this beautiful feeling of like my woman being happy. I'm so happy. So this is for me one of the best experiences in my life, and with the use it, don't lose it method, you master it, you will grow with it. Like yes, you can have it also every day if you find conscious relationship, good partner who will walk the path of Tantra with you. For the contrast and to show you how this influence the choices in our spiritual path in our life, it's one of the worst thing I experienced in my life, one of the worst hell on earth I experienced in my life is to see the pain, the sadness, the feeling being betrayal, disappointment in my beloved eyes, and knowing that I influenced this. That's one of the worst things what happened to me in my life. I would not wish it to my worst enemies, even I don't have so many enemies at all. I would like that you rather learn from my mistakes than from your own with this. So yes, to tell you this contrast, heaven on earth and the hell on earth, I tell you to show you how this use it, don't lose it method, when I'm connected with myself, when I'm connected with my partner, it guides me to the best choices for my partner, for myself, and yes, to avoid all bad choices. Yes, and it's of course it's the most powerful with the person who you connect the most, so with your beloved one. But of course it expands with this a lot of energy growth to your heart. This love overflows more and more to others, to of course your family, your friends. You don't want to put them down. You don't want to feel like that they are down by you being bad with them or not being for them at the moment when they need it. You really feel, yes, very good about yourself. It's a heaven on earth for you that you can be there for them. So this really makes you very strong, connected with yourself, with the others, but also making you making a very spiritual choices. Yes, because spirituality, it's not about how many hours you can lock yourself in the cave and meditate. This can help you to become spiritual. So making these good choices for the other, loving choices, that you are here from love and you share the love with almost every action or as many actions you could, and you, yes, you are supported by your strong, beautiful sexual energy, sacred sexuality. Use it, don't lose it. So now you know when I'm saying use it, don't lose it, what I mean at the end of the workshop. So this is it, about the spiritual aspects and so on. Yes. If you're very tired with the mind, we can jump into the water and then you can ask questions and answers. If there is only a few questions and answers, maybe...
Jumping?
I have only one question.
I also have one question.
Yeah.
2 questions maybe, and then we don't have to come back and make a circle anymore, yeah?
Okay.
Huh?
So I, as a man, I don't ejaculate at all in this sleep, right?
Okay, I forgot there is some more things about 21-day challenge, 49-day challenge, so let's jump to the water. And then I answer all the questions. Yes? Thank you.